Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
Pugs Dread.
Namaste.
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
So how is everybody doing tonight? I say it every week, but we do actually have a pretty interesting mix of reviews. So how's everybody doing?
We mean it every week.
We do.
It's an interesting mix when Dan doesn't just try to pick all five and then...
Oh, good call.
Two this week.
I know, that's why it's an interesting mix, because it's not...
Well, I didn't. Maybe your picks aren't interesting. We'll see.
I don't know, but see. I don't pick movies that necessarily mean I want to watch them. I pick movies that I think we should talk about. There's a difference.
This is true. I think it's discussion worthy tonight. I'll give you that. All of them, I think. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? Any early Halloween shopping yet?
Hailing Satan and sacrificing children like normal.
Yeah, quit silencing Dan. I agree.
Fuck Dan.
I'm a compelling son of a bitch, and I should not be.
No. Don't feed into his fucking ego.
I think that was a joke because
Justice for Dan /home video says, "You want him to go to jail for his activities? What a dick."
Justice for Dan. There we go. We're gonna get that going.
You know, I see. This may be the goal. You may push us harder the other way.
Yeah.
Dan, you better calm them down. I'm going to take it out on you.
Oh. Before we continue, just so you guys know,
We just started.
We will be dropping Slashtober Night 1 on Patreon for the Adventurers tier.
And above.
Right after this. Yeah, Adventurers tier and above. So, yeah, check it out. I think it's going to be the tournament this year. I don't know where it's going to go.
Things have already gotten fucking pretty heated, and we're early on. So,
Easy.
Yeah. And we'll say,
spoiler alert, there's fighting. So
there's four movies we talk about on night one. So yeah.
There we go.
And we'll
ring that doorbell, say trick or treat, check that shit out.
We'll eliminate one of the four. Also, I didn't mention it earlier. I didn't say anything to Dan, so I'm not yelling at you for not. The vote for Flesh Wound Farce is open. So I've sent out the message to the Patreons. Let's go vote. Hopefully, by the time this show's done, we'll have a winner. Yeah, if you're a Patreon, go vote right now. Check your inbox. Pick one of the 5 movies. I don't know if you want to go with make Ozzy crazy, make him happy. There's a couple.
Make him
crazy.
Well, last time they went the other way, I was like, okay, it seems
Don't
like
be pussies.
Well, I think sometimes when I put a movie on there, they actually want to hear us talk about. That's where it goes off the rails. But I have one I'm hoping wins this one. I'm not going to say which, but there is. And then one's a returner from the last show. But
Oh, Ben Grimm wants to know, when does Slashtober start on the channel?
I believe it's the 3rd. We're going to do the first Monday in October.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to have something else on October 1st, the Saturday. So we're going to start the series it'll be every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday until they all,
Till Halloween.
Yeah, till Halloween. I think we actually stopped like the 24th, but
we got other shit planned. We'll
lots of shit. Yes,
you'll have plenty to watch in October.
Yeah, if you're a newer listener, we do go balls to the wall in October, so you have content probably every day.
We might even have an exclusive tournament.
Yeah,
excited for that.
So I got to ask
16 in one day.
I got to ask before we get into the reviews, because I find this interesting for theatrically released films. Has anybody actually watched Bodies in the chat? Because I've talked to a whole bunch of people. I would have expected to see it. Okay, yeah.
It was limited, so.
It went wide this week. It was limited previously. Yeah.
Okay.
It went wide.
I was busy, so I didn't get to it.
Yeah, it's one of those bizarre movies where I've talked to a whole bunch of even podcasters that no, I haven't gone. And we'll talk about why that might be, but I thought
they need to do their goddamn job. Sorry, Pugs. I know. It's not shitty.
I saw a movie that's not even announced yet. Catalyst is looking for distribution. I saw it on the Fox lot last Wednesday. It's pretty good, so hopefully one day we all get to see it soon.
Yeah.
No NDA.
No NDA. No NDA.
We've got some exciting early stuff coming up next week as well. Some requested stuff, so I'm excited about that.
International flavor too.
International flavor, indeed. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we started talking. Did any of you buy like any Halloween stuff yet?
I never stop.
Yeah. Good point.
Well, decor. I mean,
today again, I never stop. Today, I actually had my first pumpkin spice latte, so my inner white girl can't even right now.
Not yet for me.
Good shit.
And there was something
from
we wanted
Duncan
to talk about.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
The news
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Oh yeah. So
Yes.
it was rated R for all the good stuff. So you excited, Dan?
Yeah, my thing with Hellraiser, I mean, obviously it's hard to ever say what my favorite horror movie is, but at least in childhood, that's always been the one if I had to say something. I'm excited. Yeah. I think the movie's different from the book, so I don't think this has to be a clone of the movie to be really, really good. So fingers crossed. Obviously, it's a high bar, but I'm
from
curious.
the creators of the
Night House.
Fuck. Thank you. The Night House. I love that fucking movie. I have nothing but confidence in there.
Yeah.
All they got to do is up the gore, and we're in the clear.
Now, where are you at, Dan, with the HBO series?
To be brutally honest, I mean, I haven't really read up too much on that, so it's a question mark. I think
you're gonna crush his dreams right now.
I know you're a big David Gordon Green fan, so you should love this.
Well, yeah, I forgot he was attacked. Well, look, here's the thing, though. I will say this: there are some filmmakers I really love that have made some horribly shitty movies. Obviously, I think the Halloween films recently have been pure shit, but that doesn't mean that's necessarily going to be shit. And it's a TV show, so different format.
Oh, he killed it on Vice Principals. So.
If it was a Blumhouse
that,
production, your opinion would be very different.
I agree.
Well, yeah, the record's not very good, but Vice Principals was funny. Now, I don't know. That doesn't scream like, let's give them Hellraiser. But I did like Vice Principals, so
yeah, Eastbound and Down,
KFP,
Pineapple Express, and then you have stuff like Your Highness. We'll just skip over.
I mean, I'm assuming. Oh, Your Highness is hilarious. I love.
Maybe I need to watch it in the right state of mind.
I'm actually kind of surprised you don't like it. I mean,
I'm not crazy about it either. I think they could have made it better. The same thing with Sausage Party. I went in there with the expectations to be super funny, like
Sausage Party. There's a few laughs, but it's not very good. But yeah, I like Your Highness, so it's not a. I think Hellraiser though too that is a TV series. I'm assuming Pinhead's not going to be a big thing, nor should he, or she, whatever we're calling
on the TV. I don't know. It's a high priestess on the movie.
Yeah.
Which Your Highness on farce upcoming. Ben Grimm.
Yeah. Well, I think it's actually on the list already. But all I know is I'm super jealous of Ben Grimm for the first time to being able to experience the saga of films. So
Ben Grimm, I've been watching the Evil Bong movies for the first time. Right on.
Special.
Yeah, it's funny actually. Your Highness, technically a stoner movie, and that connected with me. It's 50-50.
So I said maybe. Well,
Evil Bong does not, unfortunately, but yeah.
But you've never gone past like 2, 3.
Yeah, I've watched the first 4.
Okay.
I think
out of like 10, get out of here.
No, well, actually, no.
Amateur numbers.
We reviewed it, I think, till like 6, right? I know the last couple we didn't do, but
that's because everyone more Dan.
I got pretty deep into the rabbit stuff. I saw the Versus movie with Ginger Dead Man.
Well, yeah, you're a Ginger Dead Man fan.
I may have only not watched a couple, actually.
I know you haven't watched at least the last 3.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last 2 at the very least.
Also,
go ahead.
No, it's a subject changer, so go ahead.
I was just going to say, maybe the next 420, I'll actually pull the trigger on one of them.
Maybe in the month leading up to it, we'll do what we did with the Munsters.
There you go.
Don't
Not
put that on
terrible
Kruger.
idea, but we have to all be high as fuck. Like that's the rule.
Well,
at least
our
for you and
host-
me, Todd.
You
our
have
host
to
can
be with those movies. I
Our
think you
host
really
doesn't
have to.
be.
I can try.
First time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys did hear the news that
Hmm.
we're getting the sequel everyone's been waiting for, R.I.P.D. 2.
Really?
Wow, I thought that was a flop.
Oh, it was, but we're getting it a la Munsters, Girls Rules, The Last
Oh.
Tremors.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So,
That would probably work better as like a TV show. You don't need movies or a cartoon.
yeah,
Did you guys see everybody freaking out about the Adams family, Gomez?
we were
or
going to do
whatever?
that too.
Yeah.
That's on the docket.
What was new about that though? That casting.
It was the first image like you finally see what the family looks like.
And he looks too much like the cartoon for people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
I guess.
Which, honoring the original IP, bravo. I got to say, I'm not a fan of the look. I think the only one that nails it is Catherine Zeta-Jones, but it's not a deal breaker. I'll go in. I still want to like it. So
My other thing is, who knows how involved the family's even going to be? Because
Yeah,
it is
that's
about
true.
Wednesday.
and
Yeah,
Catherine
sure.
Zeta-Jones is a really big get.
That's
Good
my
call.
other thing. So it could. All we know, Wednesday doesn't even live with them anymore. She could be off at college. I mean, I don't know the synopsis at this point. So they could just pop up. Dead Heat was better than R.I.P.D. Not
Oh,
much is better than Dead Heat. Unless you have Joe Piscopo pop up in R.I.P.D., I'm never going to argue with that.
I don't remember hating
I
R.I.P.D.
liked it, but it's also in 3D. It's a Men in Black ripoff. But R.I.P.D. does remind me of another movie we're going to talk about later.
R-rated too, which was felt weird for that one. I was a little surprised because it did seem okay, tapping into Men.
You
in
got
Black.
Jeff Bridges in it. I'm going to love it anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what happened there.
But well, anyways, let's tackle the movies. We'll get right into it with our.
Didn't we just have one more thing?
Oh, did we? Sorry.
Kruger? What was it?
He brought up
I
Adam's
thought-
family.
I already said
Okay,
that.
I'm- There we go.
Yeah.
Stop smoking the weed, Todd.
it's not.
God
It's
damn it.
not You Will Belong season yet.
Reefer Madness, Todd. God damn, you're gonna be like giving
You
blow
would
Hey,
be
hey,
a lame motherfucker to
shame
bring
him.
that up at a party.
giving the blowjobs and all
Wacky
that
tobackies.
wacky tobackies. God damn it, Todd.
Blowjobs and wacky tobaccos.
We're
That
gonna,
sounds
like-
It's like all right to me.
There you go.
Sounds like my mother.
So, anyways, there we go.
Oh, yeah. And Ben Grimm just mentioned new Saw next year was announced.
Aren't they
Saw
doing like
10.
3 or 4 of them now?
I am
after
the
the air
last
just
one.
deflated from the
after
fucking.
after the last one, dog. I do not want to see that shit. To be honest,
I hope Chris
We're
Rock
beating
comes
a
back
dead.
and slaps every motherfucker.
If he comes back and he has Will Smith chained up and his entire family, I may consider giving this a 5.
I mean, him, Jada, and fucking what the hell is his stupid?
I just
Jaden.
want
Jaden.
I want Chris Rock riding the tricycle. It's like you've cucked your husband for the last time.
Oh my god, he rolls on the set of what's that stupid Facebook show? Red Table or some stupid shit. Actually, this is not a bad idea.
Gonna have
Anyway.
like the trap be her not fucking herself with like a Tupac dildo or some shit.
She
All
gets in a trap with nothing but razors. I don't need these. I got alopecia.
All right, so yeah, we're a family-friendly podcast. Welcome if you're a new listener. We love you. So let's get to our first movie, and I'm sure this will be interesting. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies from director Helena Rain. I'm gonna say sorry if I said your name wrong. And in this one, when a group of rich 20-somethings plan a hurricane party at a remote family mansion, a party game turns deadly in this fresh and funny look at backstabbing, fake friends, and one party gone very, very wrong. All right, so obviously we all, I think a lot of us had strong reactions to the trailer.
In other
I
words,
certainly
Dan
did. More than Dan on this one. I think that's why a lot of people haven't seen it because they don't want to. But it's A24, so I was like, okay. Even I said, like, don't judge it. It's possible this might. End
I
up
don't
being-
get it. That trailer's obviously done as like
Yeah.
two like.
I
fuck
don't
with you.
know. I don't know. Yeah, it's an.
It was
odd
obvious from the get that it's the same
trailer.
people who can't see the parody in the newest
Yeah, the new
chainsaw.
Chainsaw movie.
Yeah, well, you never know from the trailer one way or the other.
I know,
so-
but they cut it pretty obviously that it was supposed
Yeah,
to be
that
making
everybody's
fun.
being like
literally
obnoxious.
every beat was like every
Yeah.
fucking trigger word today.
Sure, yeah, no.
It was every trigger word. Fuck.
But here's the question. Well, there's lots of questions. I'll get into it, but the trailer. I don't think it was a successful trailer as far as getting people to the theater. I'll just put it that way, which is what a trailer should do. There's some that are going to be in for Pete Davidson, no matter what. Obviously, I know
And there's
he's a
going to be just
big
as many
star.
out for Pete
Uh,
Davidson.
Yeah, I'm curious what the box.
The hate watchers, but they'll probably wait for streaming.
Yeah, they're not going
Oh
to pay.
wow! When this thing hits stars, we're gonna fucking Jesus.
Going
Yeah,
in
I think-
dry.
So anyways, as far as the characters go, are they as annoying as they seem in the trailer? That would be hard to do because, like you said, the trailer had all these Twitter speak words and just absolutely moronic characters. No, not that bad. Like, I will say that up front. Like, if you're watching it thinking like, man, I don't even think I can sit through this, I don't think that's an issue. Having said that, are the characters likable? No. In fact,
Not supposed to be though.
I didn't care about anybody in this film.
I
Even
disagree. There was
Maria Maria Bakalova's character is supposed to be somewhat sympathetic. Didn't care about her either. She was just very underdeveloped. I didn't connect,
I don't know though. I thought
it's,
she was kind of going for that awkward girl at the party type
Yeah.
feel.
Maybe.
So I
I
don't know. I
didn't-
felt for it, but
Yeah, I didn't. But the writing is just very cheesy. And I get where it's a social satire whodunit. It's not a slasher movie, and I'll throw that out there right off the
I
bat.
agree.
If you're looking for any kind of a traditional slasher, this is not it. It's a whodunit social satire for the Twitter speak.
To be fair,
generation.
though, all those words are
Um,
used in the trailer. Like on the trailer, it says a social satire. It says
yeah.
all that stuff. So
Yeah, and maybe that again, bodies. You're just gonna have
the
certain-
second trailer was better. Well, I don't know if it was
little
better,
bit.
but it was less.
annoying. Yeah.
See, the first trailer didn't bother me. Probably because it annoys Dan, so that makes me enjoy. it.
I don't know. Well, anyways, so I have
Okay.
some nice things to say.
Ben
like
Grimm.
Alice.
He liked Alice. Yeah, sorry.
I did too. I'm with you.
And
Team
the
Alice.
Slasher Home Video says she Billy goated me is a pretty frequent quote in my household.
That
Yeah.
was from R.
Oh, that's my bad.
I mean, look, it pokes fun at the sort of self-centered Twitter speak generation. I get that. There's movies that do that a lot better. This movie's not as clever as it thinks it is. I do have some nice things to say. I thought it was very well lit as far as which sounds like a minor compliment, but the way
no,
they
it's
did it,
not,
the
Dan.
power going out, the phones and everything, the way the lighting was perfect. It's not scary. It's not suspenseful. I thought the ending's going to split people. It really is. Some are going to enjoy it. Others, not so much. I didn't. And I've seen this I've seen this before.
Makes sense for another movie. I'm not going to mention that you did not like, but I'll say it in spoilers.
But this is kind of like one of these films. It's just not. It's not as clever as it thinks it is. It really. I don't know that anybody's going to love it, and that's why I'm eager to talk to people. I see people liking it, but I don't know. Is it worth the ride? Not for me. I really didn't laugh at most of it, and my theater was pretty quiet, and it was mostly, from what I saw, younger people in the theater.
I think that's the target audience with Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
but they
mine.
weren't
I thought I
they
was
weren't
watching.
laughing.
I thought I was watching a comedy in mine.
Yeah.
there was an old ass man that walked into the theater when I was watching it. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" But then, like in the opening lesbian scene, I was like, "Oh, now I know why he's here."
We'd see some kissing, yes, but I don't want
a
to.
little bit more than that. Some
Little
groping.
bit. Yeah, not.
It's not
yeah.
Dan approved. Like it's
No.
PG bullshit.
Twister
nipple.
Yeah, no twisters there.
Ben
but-
Grimm. I hated that they kept using the flashlights when they are supposed to be hiding.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. You're going to just say, well, they're all supposed to be stupid and unlikable. I get it, but it's not a good movie for me. But what did you guys think?
I thought like at a certain point in the film, like I was having a pretty good time, but like you, with the way it ended, I was like, oh, that's really fucking lame. I did like the characters though, just because they made sense. I've seen these types of stereotypes with multiple people in our generation, and I did feel for what'd you say her name was? Maria
Bakalova from the last
I liked her playing as B, like that character I felt for big time. Especially considering she was like kind of like the one non-rich kid going to the rich kid party. Like I've been in that position before, and like it's fucking awkward as hell. So I felt for her and everybody else. Like, yeah, they're annoying, but at the same time, like they are very convincing in like what they're portraying and stuff. The kills are probably my biggest complaint. Everything's really off screen, and you like obviously for plot purposes, but at the same time you could have did maybe a little bit more creative stuff with the way people died and stuff and the aftermath gore. And like I already said, the final act kind of just soured me on the whole thing, but I didn't hate it. I don't think it's like a bad movie or anything. It's about average for me, and I can see more people liking it more if you're into the silly horror comedy thing. But with me, like I'm very picky with those, so that's why I didn't really enjoy it as much. I would have preferred like a straight slasher or something, kind of like the way I feel like it was sold almost like a whodunit slasher, and then it ends up just being a whodunit movie with other stuff going on. So that kind of left me a little bit disappointed. But overall, I mean, I'd say watch it for yourself, but maybe wait till it gets on streaming before you pull the trigger.
Fair enough. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I'm not gonna go that far. Like the ending, I had no issues with. It made me laugh. I don't know. Maybe if it was because I had such a good audience, everyone's into it and laughing. If that helped. You mentioned Maria from Borat, but also Rachel Sennott from
Shiva Baby. Yes.
And Amanda Steinberg also from The Hate You Give. She's our lead. But I really liked Alice. And the whole speak. Now it doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't get angry when I see young people like Dan. So I didn't have a problem. I thought it was.
Was anyone interesting to you?
I kind of already
Maria Bakalova.
Yeah, but what was it? I didn't think there was anything interesting about her character.
What did you find interesting about her?
Yeah.
Phrase it right then, Dan.
Yeah, what did you find interesting about her? Because I don't know. This was just bland.
Is this a general question or just a Todd specific?
General question.
Because I did say, because I've been in her position before, and I understand where she's coming from being like the one outcast around a bunch of rich people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was also like very socially awkward in certain things, like some of her dialogue and stuff. It felt relatable.
She's a good actress. I mean, I will say, like, that Borat role was not easy. Like, That's a tough role to play.
Right. She almost got Giuliani.
I never quite got why they didn't wait long enough for him to get the pants down.
That's because she's in danger now.
Well, that's when you just have everybody come in, and the gag would have been so much funnier.
Before it goes, who knows? He could be like you just barely touch it. He could be an early squirter, and now you're in.
That's when it goes
the Oscar. You get the Oscar if Rudy nuts on.
Yeah, but that's when it goes from like a joke to just straight up sexual assault.
And now we can't use this. Yeah.
Now it's evidence.
Oh, Ben Grimm has a funny story.
I'm sure you could find the Pornhub link for that somewhere, Dan.
Ben Grimm. Oh, I have a funny experience. Leaving the theater, some girl tried to do a grab and dash at the mall, but learned we don't play that here and got chased down. Nice. Knee to the neck, tackled right in front of me. Nice. Did you help out? Did she breathe?
Yeah, and I'm not a Pete Davidson hater. I'm fine either way. He doesn't bother me.
He's done with Kate Beckinsale, so he's okay back in my book again. He peaked. Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
That bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that she is a downgrade from Kate Beckinsale. Even
But-
now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, she's still fucking hot. But like
Nah,
Kate
nah,
Beckinsale,
yeah.
She's a little more man-made. She's like
Don't
Darth
care.
Vader.
that hot and money. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, so that's right, man. I forgot about spoilers are going to be difficult because Pugs is here.
You can go ahead. I don't really care about this movie.
Well, that's on you.
I mean, it's nothing I need to absolutely talk about. So
Yeah, I mean, honestly, same here. I mean, the twist, you guys will know it when you see it.
yeah.
So-
And, yeah,
I don't even want to
it's
say
been done
twist.
better.
The ending, I should
Yeah.
just say, not
Ending, yeah.
not necessarily a twist.
It didn't work for me. And again, there might be some people. Oh, I've never seen that before, and it's I get that. But
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's for one person, this is going to be the first time they saw anything like it. It's not played out to them yet, so
yeah. It's actually I forgot the director of this was actually. Did you ever see Black Book? Paul Verhoeven's World War II movie. She was one of the main actresses in that. Which, thought that was interesting. Kind of wanted to go back and watch that. But
yeah, I know the movie. I don't know if I've ever actually saw it. That was the last big one he did, right? Or is that the first one he went back to his country?
yeah, I think it was a Dutch film.
Yeah, I think there
Yeah.
was something about it that sticks out. That's really
Yeah. So yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and rate it. So yeah, for me, didn't laugh, no suspense, no scares for me. So I give it a 1.
That is the lowest A24 movie I think you've ever rated. So
He doesn't really like A24. If you ask him,
believe
he hasn't
so.
seen the most recent 3 A24s. So
Those
The
are the
TV
member
show.
bears.
I don't consider you an A24 Dan. So you lost that.
That's
How,
cool.
how is Marcel the Shell with Shoes on?
I wasn't able to go see it. Like that
How
was
about-
out of theaters in like a week.
Well, how about Come On?
Wait, that's the Joaquin Phoenix movie, right?
Yeah.
I have it. I haven't watched it yet.
I am a
Half points.
2.5 out of
Prove
5.
I'm a little higher because I did have a good time, and like I said, I don't know if my audience helped because everyone was super into it. I'm a 3.5. Like I didn't love it, but I had a good time.
Oh, 3.5?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. What about? Sorry. Bugs.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I
when
might
you
be
do,
closer to a 3. I hate when
let
I
us
second
know.
guess it. I think I was because I was teetering on 3 and 3.5, but then Dan just makes me go the higher one.
I thought I heard 2.5 at first. But,
No.
I'm a 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm a 3. It's
All
above
right.
average.
Okay.
I had enough fun with it. But here's the thing. This is probably why I said 3.5, because I almost saw it again just because. So, but I wanted to see in a whodunit. I kind of want to see if I missed anything.
Yeah, and go back and see. Yeah, I get what you mean with that. I'm not saying I would never watch it again, but it's not something like I'm rushing to watch anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff Graham.
Shout out to Jess Graham. You beat me to it.
All right.
All right.
Next, Dan.
So bodies. Up next, we have Day Shift, the our Netflix movie for the evening.
Before we go any further, couldn't Day Shaft also work? Just saying.
Uh,
I think the pool guy
It's off the market.
and that's a different pool. That's a different one.
I will say
Shaft
Jamie Foxx,
pool guy.
Bud Jablonski is a very interesting choice in a character name. I don't know. Bud Jablonski doesn't seem to fit Jamie Foxx, but all right. So I am curious about this one. I didn't know anything about this one going in at all. So let's see. So this is from director J.J. Perry, who I believe is actually a stuntman.
Yes, he is.
Sweet. And it is, as I said, Netflix premiered just a week ago, I
Last
believe.
Friday.
So, all right. A hardworking blue-collar dad who just wants to provide a good life for his quick-witted 10-year-old daughter. His mundane San Fernando Valley pool cleaning job is a front for his real source of income, hunting and killing vampires. All right. So, Day Shift, tell tag in whoever wants to go.
I'll go. So I will say the first maybe 15, 20 minutes of this movie, I actually really liked a lot. Gave me like almost an Ash versus Evil Dead feel at times, but just with, vampires instead of Ash, you get Jamie Foxx. But then as the time went on, the way the story went into this whole weird, underground vampire fighting thing, I wasn't really a fan of that at all, and it took like a really steep turn. The one thing I'll say about this movie that it does well is it has some interesting kills, and the way these vampires get taken out are very creative. And there's also maybe like just a few creative shots. Like there's this one scene where Jamie Foxx is fighting a vampire, and you see it through the POV of a mirror, so it's like he's fighting nothing. Stuff like that's cool, but just the way it takes into that whole like underground, almost like Men in Black like agency where they're hunting down these vampires, I couldn't care less. A lot of the dialogue too and the comedic moments just made me cringe. Wasn't anything like that made me laugh really at all. So overall, I really didn't have a great time with the movie. I can see other people out there liking it, but for me personally, and just my personal preferences, I was super excited in the first 15 minutes, and then it just took a steep fucking turn downhill after. So it's a one and done for me. Not anything I would personally recommend to you, but again, if you like it, I understand because there is an audience out there for it.
Yeah. For me, I think the fight scenes and the choreography, you can tell some person directed this because that shit is outstanding. I haven't seen shit like that in a while, and that was very impressive. Soundtrack, fucking spot on. I'll let Todd cover that part. As soon as it hit, I was like, this. I know he loves this.
And as soon as I started, what did I do?
Oh yeah, 23 seconds in. I love this fucking thing. I think it is an interesting world we've built. I don't think this was the most interesting story we could have followed in this world. Jamie Foxx, everyone was serviceable, but there is one person that stood out to me the most, and I hope we get a spinoff if this world continues, and that is Snoop Dogg. That motherfucker is the coolest person in the room anytime and all the time. So that guy
Big
rocks.
John Elliott.
Yep. Dave Franco was the interesting choice. He did his job just fine. I didn't really care for Jamie Foxx's lady, but whatever.
You noticed like they didn't really promote he was in this.
Oh yeah, that last name is kind of rough. And then now I think he's getting some
He got a little heat a while back too.
Well, whatever. But I did like it. I don't love it. I can see people falling in love with it for the action scenes though, because it's not horror like at all. It is an action comedy with vampires. So if you like that shit, by all means press play. It's on Netflix, so you're already paying for it. Enjoy. Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
You want me to go? All right. So, one thing, huge compliment. The action is fantastic, as you guys were saying. You can see this guy knows how to shoot action. I think that opening fight scene with the old lady vamp was spectacular. There's some pretty creative ways to kill the vamps in this, and there is some practical effects mixed in with the CG.
A lot of rules and lore also.
Yeah,
introduced immediately.
It's kind of a huge compliment, I will say, on the action front, because lately I probably enjoy smaller budget stuff because action movies don't thrill me anymore for the most part, and I was really impressed with what I saw in this one, so that's a huge compliment. The storyline, very cookie cutter. You've seen this a million times. It felt very like thrown together. It's weird, like a lot of Netflix originals recently have been like just very glossy, neon soaked turds. They look good, but they just also just feel thrown together. They're not cheap, but they feel like so thrown together, like just.
They're so cookie cutter. If my cousin has one on in the other room, I can tell if it's Netflix original movie. Same thing with the Apple Plus ones. They all have the same look. I could tell immediately.
Yeah, just very.
Because remember, it's content. It's not a movie.
Greyhound was awesome.
Yeah.
How dare you?
But it still has the look.
The other Tom Hanks movie is pretty good too, but that one feels a little more.
Bench,
yeah. That one's a little more like what
It's
Todd
not
said.
that it's not that they're all terrible. I mean, again, it just story,
Coda.
the humor, very hit or miss. I chuckled once or twice. There were a couple, and I like Jamie Foxx, so that helps. But very hit or miss. It's also too long. That's like one sin it commits again because it is so basic. Like, make just a tight 80, 90 minutes tops.
Tight 90, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a difference. There's the story that you're telling here. You don't need that extra time. There's nothing that justifies it.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe because the plot was so cookie cutter that they didn't want to cut the action scenes, so because you don't have a lot of stuff other than
Yeah, no, I get that. And the action scenes are definitely the strong point in this film.
Well,
and there
one
are
of
a
the
couple
strong
gags
points.
that work. But yeah, as it stands, this one's a little bit frustrating for me because I was actually compelled for once with the chases, the action scenes. The other issue, it is an R-rated movie. There's gore, violence. But then there were other points where I felt like I was watching like a Vin Diesel family comedy, like The Pacifier, when the family was involved, where it didn't quite gel in terms of tones for me. Like, I would not say, I've heard some people say like, oh, Blade. Like, Blade's awesome, but I would not.
Only because it's a black vampire hunter. That's like where it stops.
Yeah. Well, and the action though too. Like I said, the action does work, and that's something for sure with this. Snoop Dogg is cool. He doesn't have a lot to do, and also we got to throw out
a lot, dude.
Scott Adkins is in this. Who, man, what a career he would have had if he came along, in the heyday of action films. But he's really awesome. I wouldn't mind a follow-up to it. I agree, though. Like, do a Snoop Dogg movie. His character was interesting.
Have him go after, who do they keep mentioning and never showed? El Jefe or something? Whatever, the cement.
Yeah, I could definitely see this getting a follow-up, but I'd be okay with it just being a Snoop Dogg thing. Yeah.
He's a lot cheaper than Jamie Foxx.
Kind of like Army of the Dead and the Thieves or whatever. I forgot what it's called.
Thieves.
Army of Thieves. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, totally could. I mean, this felt like a world building movie.
Yes.
Which sometimes, if they go too far into that, it can be a mistake. If the world you built is the 90 or 2 hours
attacked.
In this case, yeah,
I feel attacked.
Yeah.
But I brought it up earlier. This feels a lot like R.I.P.D. to me, but that also leads into the Men in Black stuff too. And I do like those movies. I did have fun with this, but I agree with everything you said, cookie cutter. But it gave me, whenever time it started to lull for me, they gave me something I wanted, whether it be an action sequence, a song I really like, or Big Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kept me entertained for the full 2 hours. Like I said, when it started to get a little slow, they'd give me something and I'd pay attention again.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna list the songs I popped for. So we start off with the remix of California Love. So you know it, and the fact that it's a California movie also makes me enjoy it more. And stuff. So, and then we got Check Yourself by Ice Cube, the remix also. The one that I popped the hardest for because I've never heard anyone use it, reference it, anything, and that was Paris's Gorilla Funk when he pulls into the driveway. It's a very black militant song most people don't like, but it's a G-Funk song too. Whole nother thing. I'm not a big ODB guy, but Shimmy Shimmy pops in. But the one I popped for the most, though, probably was the fight scene. Come on, with body counts in the house.
Oh my god, fuck yeah! I'm like, where's RBC? Fucking go in there and handle.
And then in the credits, we got the Snoop and Nate outside the box. So
oh, there is a stinger also, like after credit scene.
This is yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, see, it's got all these things for it that I do enjoy. But it's a typical Netflix movie. It does a lot of things wrong. It does some things right. But this one manages to be entertaining for me. So it's a win for me. I did like it. I would recommend it. You know, if you like, it's a horror comedy. So with some kick-ass action scenes.
Yeah. then yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind. I would go into a sequel and check it out.
Okay, hold on. Ben Grimm.
Ben Grimm, Snoop is the cool Ryan Seacrest now. He hosts everything. Fuck yeah. He's got his new fucking cereal too, Snoop Loops.
Oh, my wife sent me the thing for that. I love his show, So Dumb It's Criminal. On
Him and Martha Stewart, that show's awesome as fuck. I don't know if it's still on, but
I don't think it is. The new one's the Peacock Plus one.
honestly, she's more gangster than he is.
Are those two banging? What is the
If
relationship
anybody could
there?
suck a dick, Martha Stewart, I guarantee it, and I would like to find out.
Can you imagine Martha Stewart hosting like those old school Nina Hartley how-to sex videos? Just imagine that.
Apparently, Dan has.
So then you take the shaft and apply a little.
All right.
I'm
down.
interested. Keep going.
Dan, you're gonna have to AMR it to Pugged Off Air.
She's a skilled woman.
I will read erotica on
You're stupid.
Patreon.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just kidding, man.
I'm gonna find Martha Stewart erotica. It's the internet. It exists, and I'm gonna find it.
It probably
know what?
takes place on the show.
Next week, when our post show returns, Dan, you must have one of your stories to read.
Oh
I don't care if
my
you
God,
write
no.
that shit tonight.
No, don't have him fucking reading his erotica. We're gonna get fucking canceled.
It's on Patreon.
I will find erotica and
Martha Stewart puts down her pants. Snoop puts down his blunt.
We can do it.
no, I know what he does with the blunt. and I know-
Doggy.
He learned from the Clintons.
Anyway, movies PG-13. No, R-rated. We're okay. We're still.
Ben Grimm,
Yeah,
bring that comment up. Ben Grimm, no, not that one. Next one. Martha is the second hottest felon behind Aunt Becky.
That'd be an
Shit.
interesting women in prison movie, actually. Just like she just decapitates somebody with like a shank she made in the mess hall. Just
Crafty as fuck.
all right. Well, we're booking better movies than what we're
So,
covering.
shall
Oh, we didn't rate it.
Rate
yet.
date shift.
I'm
Yeah.
moving
we
on
did.
to the next goddamn movie.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
So I have to round it all out. The action does elevate it enough. I give it a 3 because that was way above average, but too long and just hit or miss with the comedy.
2 out of 5 for me.
All right. I'm a 3.5 out of 5.
I'm also a 3.5 out of 5.
Cool. All right. So moving on to our next film, which we reacted to this trailer. I think we had a pretty strong reaction to this trailer, if I remember
This is
right.
another one I did not get to see.
Okay. So Fall from director Scott Mann. This one, after a tragedy, leaves her husband dead. Best friends Becky and Hunter find themselves at the top of a 2,000-foot radio tower with nobody but themselves to survive. Sorry, I wasn't the greatest synopsis, but that pretty much covers it. So Fall. I'm very curious. Whoever wants to tag in, go for it.
I actually saw this in D-box seats too.
Oh, shit.
On the day that I
Run.
was on. And so there was things that this movie did that I like, but as a whole, I think the story was pretty poor, to be honest with you. Just some of the plot points in there and like times where we should be really caring about like the main character and her struggle of losing her husband. It just seems so Lifetime-y to me. Like it wasn't my cup of tea. That being said, there is one thing involving a shoe and an open orifice in the body that like had me go, holy shit, that's really badass. But I can't really say I enjoyed this movie. I think if you enjoy those it's so bad it's good type films, it's something that you could find some enjoyment out of. But just for me personally, I didn't find much other than what I already brought up. But I will say it's well acted and everybody gave a solid performance with what they had to work with. I think it was just the story kind of hurt this thing in general. And it was a simple concept. And I think maybe they kind of tried to get a little too deep with certain things that like it disinterested me more than what the actual situation the characters were in were. So as a whole, not anything I'd recommend. I was a little disappointed. I wasted the money on D-box seats for them, but I can see some people liking it if you like it so bad it's good, and those over the top like horrible situation movies. Like if you like stuff like Frozen and stuff, I could see you kind of enjoying this. I love Frozen to death. I think that's a great movie, but just this one didn't really work for me as well.
I have a question about the D-box though. So like when they're leaning forward, are you like super and back?
Yeah.
And that didn't improve the time you had?
Not necessarily.
Did it take away from it?
There was a lot of. So here's my thing. That like the D-box, you know, it would get intense, but there was these long pauses where nothing would happen. So it was kind of just like, okay, well, I'm really only getting D-box for half of the movie. Meanwhile, like, you know, you go see Godzilla versus Kong, you're getting fucking flung over here and fucking flung over here every 2 seconds. So
shaking babies.
yeah. But I mean, like, I like D-box just in general, but this was probably the worst D-box movie I've ever seen as far as it being like a whole immersive experience.
Yeah, it seems like one that's kind of going to be on the weaker side.
Yeah.
Just for the stuck on
well,
one.
But there's a lot of just dramatic aspects to this movie too that they go into that where it's like the D-box wasn't needed, so they didn't use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't see it, but friend of the show, Edward Danzig, saw it. Fucking hated it. So.
Oh, all right. Well, I actually liked it a lot. I will say, very predictable as far as like they tipped their hat pretty early on one of the twists where it was painfully obvious. We know long before characters, especially if you're paying attention. The first opening of the movie or so before we get to the tower, that was a little, you know, there's some cheesy writing. There's some, the acting's actually really good, but just more of the writing, some of the lines were definitely on the cheesy side. That's kind of common with a lot of these movies. There's some green screen stuff early before, again, we get to the tower. But I have to say, 15 minutes, whatever it was, until we get to that tower, once we got there, this movie does its job. The cinematography is going to hit people who have a fear of heights big time.
We already have a bunch of comments about
yeah.
that. I feel like this movie is going to give me vertigo.
It might.
Right? Give me a little vertigo. I don't play heights like that.
I don't have a fear of heights particularly. I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to be in this situation, but even me, like a couple times I'm like looking up and I was like, oh man, I'm kind of feeling it. If you have a strong fear of heights, it will hit you. And that's the point that this movie was going for. And it's very successful with that. I was also going to mention Frozen's a good double with this. I like these kind of isolation thrillers. I think they tend to be pretty effective. I thought this was very effective. The lead is very likable. I enjoyed her. Again, you're kind of ahead of her in terms of some of the plot developments, but it's a pretty simple plot. I mean, you know, two friends up on the tower trying to survive. There's not a whole lot else to it. It worked. This is going to trigger some anxiety in people. It really is. I think it's very effective. Just as they're arriving and you're looking up at it, there's like and there's some cool stuff that I haven't seen before. Not a big spoiler, but there's vultures at one point that
Pugs is
into things. And
Pugs is just glad it was not a windmill.
Oh my God. Well, we never finished it. I don't think it was the ABC show. The second episode had a windmill in it, and that made me uncomfortable. So yeah,
we need to do another phobia show. I know we did it pre-YouTube, and I think that's a really interesting concept.
Windmills and the holes.
Well, don't give them all up now.
Yeah.
Well, those are the only two.
Okay.
I think.
We'll discover.
Alligators and sharks, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's what they said. It was twice the height of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, and I've never been like a thrill seeker per se, but I do go out and do certain things.
You take that hat off if you don't go on adventures.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, it does make you think. Like, I've not done anything like quite this stupid, but I have done a few things. I have done a few things that, quite frankly, could have gone wrong. And I don't know. I get it though. At the same time, like there were certain portions of this, like I understand conquering your fear, forcing yourself to do something that you're not comfortable with. That is important. And I don't know. In this case, the lead resonated with me. There's some stuff I'll say in spoilers later, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was effective, and I liked it a lot. Won't be for everybody, but the dread, the suspense, and again, it might trigger anxiety. I could see this giving a full-on panic attack to somebody afraid of heights. I loved it. What about you, Todd?
Well, you heard me say "damn" when you said you liked it, so that should tip off that I liked it too.
I'm surprised you would think I wouldn't. This is usually
2 women in the lead role.
Yeah, I knew Kruger wasn't going to because, like, I don't think it was cheesy, but I think those Lifetime elements make you feel like, because it is.
I think it is cheesy as fuck, dude. Like when you get into the story between what actually is going on between the two friends that are on the thing, that shit is cheesy.
Here's the thing about that. That is just the MacGuffin of the movie to get him on top of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid it little. I mean, it really is. The movie's about the tower.
But I mean, it's important to the story.
It is. But I mean, it really is just to get to that point. Yeah, I didn't trigger like super. Like a few times I felt uneasy, but I'm glad it wasn't on the IMAX screen. Because I would have been like, fuck this.
Dude, the chick I was with was freaking the fuck out with the D-box seat. She was like, I'm turning this shit off.
Like, bitch, I paid $20. No.
Turn the shit back on.
I didn't mean to. Yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Todd.
I really liked it. I think I'm a sucker though for this sort of survival stuff. It's always been interesting to me. I wanted to point out the director also directed Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays the dad in this film in Heists, which is a solid direct to video film. Also Final Score with Batista, which was also better than average direct to.
Not gonna say Negan or Thomas Wayne.
Well, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's like
The
Losers is an underrated Jeffrey Dean Morgan movie.
He was in what was that shitty movie, The Unholy, he was in last year? That was such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And that's based on such a great fucking book. They fucked that up. So
we also got Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother, little brother in it.
Oh yeah, he was in the last Scream movie. I can't think of the actor.
That's the same guy. Oh,
Mason Gooding. Yeah,
I didn't know
brother.
He's going to be significantly younger than Cuba though, like 20 plus years.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Castro's birthday. He was born in '96. Now I'm looking at the other one.
But
they got to be like, damn. Sorry.
Like 15 years apart, something like that. 16.
20 at least. I was thinking, yeah.
All right. Go Papa Cube.
Oh no, that's his daddy. Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, all right. I didn't know.
Yes, hated the unholy.
I was like 20 on the low end, really, when you think about it. I don't know. How old is Cuba now? I mean, he's got to be.
He's been around for a while.
At least 20 years older than me. Maybe
the island or Cuba.
Yeah, I know.
Cuba Gooding Jr. I don't know. So, anyways, I think it's very effective. If you see it and you think, "Oh wow, this," and if it makes you a little uncomfortable, hey, go check it out. That's not always a bad thing. Like, get your adrenaline pumping.
I think that's like the one thing that it could be considered scary about this, because I don't think it's like a scary movie, but I mean that part. If that affects you, then you definitely will.
Yeah, if you have a fear of heights, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so he's only 8. Cuba's only. God damn it! Now you have me doing it. Cuba's only 8 years older than me.
Okay. All right. Well, you're an old fuck, Todd.
I know. Well, that makes sense. I was like 12 when Boys in the Hood came out, so
there you go.
He was a teenager ish.
So all right, let's go ahead and rate Fall. Kruger, what say you?
I am a 1.5 out of 5.
Todd.
I'm a 4.
I'm a 4 too. Yeah. Other than that, maybe that first bit of it, some cheesy lines here and there, but that's pretty common in these. So I really liked it.
And we didn't even bring up the fact that before this was picked up by Lionsgate, it was an R-rated film.
Could you tell? Sorry.
There's
finish the statement.
I think you can, because there isn't like literally a single curse word throughout the fucking whole movie, so you could tell like they cut shit out for sure.
But you can't see how. That's the one thing you can tell audio that they did it, but visually I couldn't catch any.
Yeah, but you could also feel like I felt like there may have been a little bit more gore in certain areas too that they didn't have in there.
See, I can't quite see the reason for this one being R. Like, I mean, number one, a couple of those shots, again, I don't want to give it away, but there were a couple shots that I thought might have pushed it into R territory, but I think this was so borderline, I understand it being.
Well,
I'll be honest, before you said it, I assumed it was R-rated. So.
Well, it was at one point, but they changed it. I haven't seen it, so I can't like say anything. But like, if I look over a fucking big drop, I'm cursing. Like, fuck, that's down. That's a long way down, or shit, I need to stand back.
There's a couple freakins in there, and that's the one spot.
Okay.
Like she says it like, but you can see one on her lips, so that's obviously one of the AI scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But
did it look seamless?
It did, and that's the thing. Even the
I
actresses,
didn't notice or know.
even the actresses said they couldn't even tell what was and
what
wasn't
they
looped.
they say they use deep fake technology to do it.
Similar to deep fake. Yeah. So,
It's dangerous technology. Can't wait for it to get used.
oh, it's dangerous until you're watching Book of
yeah,
Boba
that's why I can't wait until it's used. There's some clips out there already.
Todd's just gonna deep fake like fucking Last House on the Left with his face and shit.
We have to with all of us. I got the Reface app.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have next, Dan? I say check it out. If you can see it on the big screen and you think it's gonna fuck with you, I say do it.
Yeah, be adventurous. Yeah, you'll be okay.
Speaking of adventurers, what do we have tonight immediately after our show, Dan, on our Patreon?
On Patreon, you can. We're going to be dropping Slashtober Night 1. Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures for the adventurers tier and up. So check that out. It's going to be a really interesting tournament. Lots of fighting, lots of screaming, yelling, throwing shit. It'll be fun.
Get it like a month and a half early too.
Month and a half. Yeah. All right. So our next film, Shudder original from director Vincent Grasha, and it is What Josiah Saw. All right. So in this film follows a family with buried secrets reunite at a farmhouse after 2 decades to pay for their past sins. All right. So What Josiah Saw, I was really eager to see this. Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Always a big fan. I love Robert Patrick.
After Peacemaker, dude, that guy could never do any wrong in my eyes.
Yeah. Nick Stahl. Also, Nick Stahl, Carnival. I always put
the shittiest John Connor. I know Todd's gonna fight me on it.
I thought he was fine. The movies, but yeah. But anyway,
better. He could have did better. But yeah, the T-1000 and him. It's a weird Terminator franchise reunion.
But hot tag, Pugs, what did you think of What Josiah Saw?
Oh boy, there is a scene in here that is so fucking intense and made me uncomfortable. Me uncomfortable. That's a. Although I was giggling, but like, it's an uncomfortable one. Man, that stole the whole movie for me. Like, it was just the rest of the movie was just playing with house money, so I liked it overall. The middle, a little fatty, but because it just seemed like an adaptation of a book, which I don't know if this is or not. If someone's looked that up, because like they just kept everything in, and they didn't trim a lot down.
Another case of the could have trimmed a little of the fat.
Yeah, little fatty in the middle.
It didn't need to be almost 2 hours long.
Yeah, it could have shaved like 10 minutes.
You can argue your argument
minutes.
in a minute.
Yeah, you have connecting stories though.
Yeah, that's because it's also kind of like an dude.
It feels like an
later. Yeah, anthology. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it feels like an anthology, and then everything connects in the end,
like Allegoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Robert Patrick, Nick Stahl both stole the show. What's the main or the half brain guy's name, or whatever's wrong with him.
His son.
Yeah, is he Josiah? No, the dad's Josiah.
Yeah,
I really want to watch this again because that's how interested I was. That guy's awesome. His story took a turn that I was like, oh shit. And the reveal at the end, holy shit. Robert Patrick is a fucking monster and I love him. So this movie, I give a high recommendation. You must fucking see. It's not for everybody. It's gonna make you uncomfortable. It's gonna be a little weird, but yeah, it looks great. It's so dark. I know, Todd, you like color, but like this is the dark shit I like.
It's dark. It's not colorless.
Okay, that's fine.
That's actually a very big Shudder aesthetic too. You can kind of tell all their movies have a certain look too.
Yeah. Yes, I fell in love with this movie right away, and then I kind of dipped into where like, oh, I'm just infatuated, and then at the end, I fucking love you again. So this movie is a high recommendation from me. What about y'all?
Yeah, I'll take the hot tag. I mean, I'm 100% in there with you with the fucked upness. I had no clue this movie was going to take us into these dark, taboo, sexual areas that it did. So that totally intrigued me. But then in the middle of the movie, that whole middle story, it felt kind of dragged out and long and, like you said, fatty a little bit. But then when we got into the third story with like the sister and stuff, I started to get more interested. And then the way it tied all back in, it did a very good job. I need to see this again. It's one of those movies where like I need to watch it because I know how it's going to pay off now. And maybe that will make the slowness in the middle a little bit easier to get through the second time. But it is definitely good. But I do think we could have condensed things more a little bit and maybe had each segment of because, there's basically 3 different segments in the story. Maybe shorten that middle one a little bit and maybe, just keep the end the way it was. And it would have been easier to swallow everything at once just because there's so much fucking going on. But overall, like as far as atmosphere and everything, this movie kills it. The acting is fucking killer. It makes you feel dirty, which it really does. Like I felt like I had to take a shower after this thing. So I liked it. I don't absolutely love it, nor is it anything like I think is going to break my top 10 or even close this year. But it's one of those movies where like I have some issues with it, but maybe those issues would change on the second watch. So it's something I need to watch again soon.
Todd, sorry. Do you want to go next?
Oh, sure. Well, it's simple. I basically agree with everything Kruger said on this one, so I don't really have a lot to add. There's the little lull in the middle, but what Pugs brings up, I mean, it's you said playing with house money, so
yeah.
But I'm also, I agree with both. Actually, I don't know.
It should be there. It just shouldn't be that long. Like, there's areas you can trim down.
But I do think it's worth a watch. And Dan's going to tell us why is it the perfect length.
Well, number one, multiple storylines. So I think this has enough material to justify the length. I don't want people to think like I'm always against a longer movie. If you have the storyline to justify it, that's fine. Day Shift, again, which I didn't hate, but that really bogged that one down because it didn't have the story to justify the length. Here, for me, I think it did. This is a longer, brooding, disturbing kind of full car movie. That's not going to be for everybody. I loved it. I'm an easy mark for this, obviously. I think Robert Patrick, what an evil son of a bitch. He is so good in this. Everybody, though, is great in this. I think acting-wise, from top to bottom, even some of the characters that didn't have particularly big parts.
The little girl rocked.
Yeah, everybody was amazing in this. This is just fantastic. It's one of these kind of just descents into misery kind of movies that I really love. I mean, I was glued to the screen from beginning to end. The atmosphere, the mood, everything for me was a home run in this, and I didn't feel the length at all. It does sneak up on you for sure. It's not an extreme horror movie or anything, but it definitely goes to some uncomfortable places.
Extremely.
And I will say this, not you guys, but I do know a friend that saw this, and I don't think really understood the ending. So I will say, make sure you're paying attention to the end, because a lot of people don't seem to be getting it, but it's not complicated. I mean, it's all right there. It's not like something they force you.
Dan
There
just
is
calling his friend stupid as fuck.
Well, if I tell you what they think directly, it doesn't make sense. But anyways, so there is one thing that is a little bit debatable though with a certain scene. So that there are certain things that are kind of open, but I thought this
There's a lot of ambiguity in areas, dude. Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. Well, maybe we'll talk about it in spoilers. I don't want to accidentally give anything away, but
yeah, don't do that.
Take the ride with this one. I think it's one of the better horror films made this year, and it's, in my opinion, this is a hell of a year. I don't think we've hit 2020 level. There's certainly been more that I disliked this year than I did in 2020, but it's going to be hard narrowing down the top 10, more so than last year, I'd say already. And this is up there with some of the best for me. I really enjoyed it a lot. And other than Robert Patrick, I didn't necessarily have expectations going into this one. Check it out. It's on Shudder. Yeah. It's amazing. And prepare to be a little uncomfortable. That's what horror is all about. It can't all be fluff. So check it out, buckle up, and enjoy.
Make Daddy proud.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, I'm sure we'll talk about this a little more later, but let's go ahead and rate it. Kruger, what say you?
I'll just say Dan's a 5.
I'm trying not to vomit from what Punch just fucking said earlier. Jesus Christ.
Dirty pillars.
All hail the White Dragon, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, dude. I am a 5 out of 5. I love this fat motherfucker.
I'm a 5 out of 5 too. I loved it.
I'm a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. I hope this gets a Blu-ray. I really do.
Someone just wrote it's getting a Blu-ray. Slash your own video. Blu-ray is getting released soon from MVD.
No. He's actually talking about disturbing behavior getting re-released.
Why you fucking with my emotions, man?
I'm sure if it does well though, Shudder usually puts some of these out every year.
It'll come out, but it's 50-50 DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm still pissed off at Skull the Mask for not getting a fucking Blu-ray.
There's bullshit. A German one though, at least.
No, I hate to say it.
Sist has one, but not Skull the Mask.
Oh, I thought it did.
I hate
the Blu-ray somewhere. Maybe it was one of those. Go ahead, Dan. I wasn't in the middle of talking.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
I thought you were done. It's a subtitled movie, and unfortunately, I don't think it gets the same clicks. I loved Skull the Mask, but I think it comes down to clicks. That's probably why.
They can click my dick. I fucking want to
learn to read.
Now Kruger's gonna be watching. They click it every day, like multiple times.
He's like, and this one, I'm not sure if that's all. I mean, it makes sense, and that's what I've always been told. It just depends whether it gets enough watches on Shudder. So watch it, and you'll get the Blu-ray. All right. So, did I give it a 5 yet?
Yes.
All right. There you go.
I gave it a 5 for you before you did.
Yeah, that's also true.
That was throwing me off. I thought I was like, did I say 5? All right. So our next one, also a Shudder original, and I'm very curious what you guys saw.
Hold on. Indie Phantom. We were talking about what Josiah saw. It's on Shudder right now.
Yes, and welcome, Indie Phantom. Sorry, I zoned out. When it's a really good movie, I do tend to zone out, and Jess Graham also mentions Carnival. Big fan. Yeah, Jess, that I do think it's the best short-lived show ever made. So moving on to our next Shudder film from director Spider One, the brother, Powerman 5000 frontman, brother of Rob Zombie. Let's see if he inspires the same strong feelings that his brother does with movies. So this one is a horror anthology that follows a group of artists whose lives become unwittingly entangled as their obsessions and insecurities manifest monsters, demons, and Death. So this is not the first thing that he has directed, but it's his first feature. So go for it. What'd you guys think?
I'll just tag in. Yeah, I love my boy Spider-1. Like, just I was super excited when I heard he was, getting into horror and making his feature-length debut. But like right away, like I kind of knew this was going to be super art house, just the way it was presented, and it is an anthology. And I will say like some segments were definitely better than others. Like the opening segment really didn't have me much at all, but then
okay.
Yeah, but then like the second and the third segment with the artist, and then like by the time we got to the guy writing his story on his laptop, I was pretty in. But then like the last segment probably like soured me a little bit on the whole movie, just because like I felt like it was a little too dragged out. But there is stuff I like about this, especially if you know people like in the art community. It pokes fun at like the pretentious self-loathing artist. And
Spider-1 is a graduate from an art school too. I think it was in Boston or something.
Yeah, so I mean, it makes sense, and I can see a lot of people like really, really enjoying the fuck out of this movie. Just for me, it was like with certain segments I liked them, with some I wasn't that crazy about it. But as far as practical effects go, there is one specific practical effect that like I thought looked really, really sick, and it was the dude with the melted face in the second segment, I believe. That shit was cool, and I was all about like just the fact that they put in the time and effort to make some practical gore with this movie. But as a whole, I don't know if it's anything like I'm clamoring to rewatch or anything like I really want to like throw in, my rotation or anything like that. But Spider-1, anything he makes, I'm gonna watch just because I'm a fucking fan of him and his band. But I hope his like future outings are a little bit stronger than this. Let's just put it that way.
All right. Maybe a little more focused.
He's not like on the Rob Zombie level of like because I'm one of those guys that I like most of what Rob Zombie puts out, if not almost everything, other than like Halloween 2. So he's not on like that level for me, even though like I love his band probably as much as I love Rob Zombie. But I see his vision. I see that he has a different take on horror than most people, and I'm curious to see what else he's going to bring to the table in the future.
Right on. I enjoyed it. It's 72 minutes, not long at all. I appreciate the hell out of that. I actually, I kind of. Fuck, now I'm thinking about it, I think I love this fucking movie. The gore is there, all the characters and intertwined fucking stories, because everything comes full circle, and I'm like, oh, this is smart how he put this together. My favorite in the whole thing is probably Big Baby, the movie within the movie. As stupid as it is, I'm like, I really want to watch a whole one. And if
credits,
if you stay past the credits, you get rewarded. So yeah. I thought it was strong. I hated some of these people, but I'm supposed to. I liked some of these people, like the girl in the band. I thought she was wonderful. I was just very, very impressed with the short amount of time that we were given and all the story I got that connected. So for me, I thought it was a good home run, especially first feature length. But you do come from the same stock as Rob Zombie, so you should be able to put a movie together.
I will agree with you on the Asian lead singer of the band. Like adorable. Her and I are basically the same person. Sitting there like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen, and most other people are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, good shit. I liked it a lot. Todd, your thoughts on Allegoria?
Yeah, I did too. Anthologies are easy for me. I mean, as long as you don't fuck up like all the stories, and this one pretty much all of them were good. I like the way it tied up. For a first time outing, I'm like super impressed. I'm not familiar with his music, so this is just
you are. You like the Dudley Boys?
Oh, you absolutely know the big one.
Well, yeah, okay, I know that one.
Well, and like SmackDown versus Raw and like a bunch of shit. Fucking
okay. There's a difference between knowing them and never heard their songs.
Okay.
If you're gonna listen to an album, I recommend Somewhere on the Other Side of Nowhere. That is my personal favorite of theirs.
All right. but I did know the Dudley Boys one, so there it's fair. I knew one song. So, but yeah, so that didn't go in influencing me or anything. So I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't want a Danzig situation. Danzig, whatever his fucking name is.
Danzig.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan,
Not a Veronica
Yeah,
fan, Todd.
So I was kind of like,
I
yeah,
still haven't pulled that trigger.
me either. I'm
I'm
too
afraid
scared.
to. So, but all I've heard is how bad it was. So
Future watch along, maybe.
Watch along format. You might have fun, but
I know about the
Yeah.
boob in the eye, and that's about it. Or eye boobs, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
well, now I'm interested.
I took these. I'm in.
Yeah.
So
Dan.
yeah, well, he is better than Danzig as a filmmaker. I'll start that off. So yeah, this is a very different anthology. It's not really traditional, but it is an anthology. Everything kind of connects. It's extremely low budget, and I don't think that really necessarily affects it in this case. The makeup work there, the little bit of effects that there are very well done. As far as any connections or comparing him to Rob Zombie, at least first film, I don't see any. He's not just being Rob Zombie by any means. This does kind of feel like a theater experience at times, even more than a movie. And I didn't dislike that. This is just different. And I do feel like a lot of people don't like different. So quite frankly, I think most people are going to fucking hate this. I liked it. It's I know these kinds of people too, and I wonder if that's kind of why I connected with it. So, I understand what he was going for, that sort of vapid community and just very self-centered, and it all felt authentic and made sense. But I've watched this one and I'm like, I dig this. I think like 95% of you out there are just gonna hate it, though, to be honest. I don't know. This is not the one I can like recommend to many people. But if you want different, something that doesn't feel like a movie you've watched 1,000 times, check it out. It just feels like an art piece at times more than a traditional anthology that I think most are going to expect. I thought the acting was all pretty solid. I enjoyed everyone in this. I'd be curious what Spider-1 can do with a budget, because once again, this feels like something that I would imagine maybe was shot during the pandemic for cheap. Just had an idea, let's go out and shoot a movie. This really feels like that. And I don't know. I liked it, but it is a one-time watch. Like, I don't feel like I need to experience it again for anything that I missed or anything. It's just a solid one-time watch that doesn't overstay its welcome. Because once again, if they tried to stretch this another 20 minutes, I might not be so enthusiastic about it. But yeah, I dug it.
Well, you may want to watch it again with a group of people, because I do think the fact that it's short and it only, again, it's just over an hour. You can watch it at a party or like a gathering. Might change your mind, especially big baby. Come on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but I don't think I would recommend it as a party watch. I feel like this would be the one where a lot of your party people would be like, just looking.
If they get bored, they can fuck off. Then go get some snacks.
If you have cool people at your party, yeah, I don't know, not a party flick though. But we'll see.
The parties I've been to.
I feel like we've booked Veronica now, so you put that out in the universe. Definitely better than that.
Need to be very drunk in order to watch that movie.
Can you imagine in an anthology, Rob Zombie, Spider-1, and Danzig? You give them complete freedom to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
You'd need like a fourth name in there that hasn't done anything before, but I'm all fucking about it.
If that's a concert lineup, count me in.
Dude, don't give up.
Can Alice Cooper get the last one?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
That dude rules.
See, he said concert, so that's brought it together.
Alice, I would say, yeah, but I want Guar to do another
that works
movie, or
too.
maybe a little fucking. We still need to do that watch along, motherfucker.
Yeah, let's do it.
Guar Skullhead face. Todd, you will pop alone for like the 15 fucking Fatty Arbuckle fucking references in there.
Well, yeah. So this watch along will be coming soon.
Cool. So
Maybe we'll watch an Fatty Arbuckle short when we're done.
Yeah. Shall we rate this?
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
So for me, like I was tossed up between the 2.5 and the 3. I'm gonna go with the 2.5 for now, but it's something I would be willing to rewatch, and maybe that will grow a little bit over time. But 2.5 out of 5 for now.
I might be the highest one here. I am a 4.5 out of 5.
Damn.
I really liked it.
Dan?
I am a 3.5, but with the understanding that I don't recommend it to a lot of people, but I liked it a lot. 3.5.
All right.
I am also 3.5.
I'm gonna recommend it to everybody. I don't give a fuck if they like it or not.
I think if you like art, if you like artsy stuff, you could enjoy this for sure. But I don't know like a target audience. I'd be like, oh, you guys got to go watch this. Like if you're straight up like a Rob Zombie fan, you're like, oh, his brother's making a movie. I like you lower your expectations a little bit because it's not going to be like his bro.
Well, looking at our chat, Indie Phantom gives it a 3.5. Ben Grimm gives it a 3.5. Indie Phantom gives. Oh, well, I said Indie Phantom. So
Spider-1 should make like an exercise video though, because those fuckers live, they just up and down jumping the entire fucking show. I'm like, dude, it's a soft song. Why are you jumping?
He's the younger brother, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got into a fight at a pit at a Powerman 5000 concert once. It got kicked out with another wrestler that will be undisclosed.
Did you package pile drive somebody? And
Oh no, but me and this other wrestler definitely started fucking shit up, and we got kicked out by security.
Brian Trash. They need to put Fatty Arbuckle.
I feel like there's more to that sentence, but in the Hall of Fame, I don't know. Honorary Oscar.
Well, he's won ours. We named a fucking award after him,
right?
I never noticed how much he's referenced through Guar's discography. At least 3 songs and 2 movies. So
it's a good show.
Icon of film.
Yeah.
That's right. All right.
There you go.
The original.
So, we've got our TV Terror Talk next.
Okay. Thank you, Brian Trash. They need to put Fatty Arbuckle on Blu-ray. Yes, they do. His stuff's so hard to find. A lot of it's lost, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain things they could. I'm surprised. Has Criteria not tackled anything?
No, because he does mostly shorts. There's a few features.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a compilation or something.
There's a couple of the public domain ones.
Yeah.
Punisher Batman fan.
Did you guys like Officer Down, directed by Sean Curran from Slipknot? I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I remember it all right.
I liked it. It wasn't the home run I was hoping for, but Kim Coates is always fantastic, and he can carry a movie, and I thought he did. But yeah, not the home run I was hoping. I heard a lot of people like, oh, if you liked Hobo with the Shotgun, and I didn't think it hit that level, but yeah, check it out though. It's a good watch. So
is it about a police officer with Down syndrome?
It is not.
Boo. For that, you can YouTube the Hard R Policeman, and those shorts are awesome.
They are.
There you go. So American Horror Stories. We have 2 episodes because we did not cover it during our trailer show last week. So first up, season 2, episode 3 from director Yangzum Brown. And that is Drive, which follows a club girl's life is turned upside down when the nightlife begins to follow her home. So this stars Bella Thorne as Marcy. And I should throw out, we're doing spoilers now on TV Terror Talk. So if you haven't watched it yet, you may want to pick back up later on. So Drive, what did you think? Pugs, are you the big Bella Thorne guy?
I actually never paid attention to her until this. And I'll be honest, she can't act for shit, but like I found her so attractive that I did not care. Because like she's playing a bitch, like a cold bitch. And I'm like, the way you look, I totally understand why. But I'd forgive it in real life. I'll just be honest. She's fucking a 10 out of 10 for me. Personality, probably dog shit, but in here, Story's okay. I had enough fun with it to recommend checking it out. But I've seen this done before, and I've seen it done better.
Yeah.
But good for her on I think this is her first like starring role, right? Or am I wrong?
Oh no, she's done.
No?
Her.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe she should be better.
Damn.
I enjoyed it. The open marriage that they got going on, and then the nightclub scene. It was all like weird and cool, but just she's stunning. I was just glued to her on the screen. So my opinion may be a little different than everybody else, but I was just enthralled with her. So,
I want to punch her in my face and her face. So she annoys me quite a bit.
okay.
I
So,
will
like,
have a different
if you put it
reaction.
on mute, not that bad. Maybe not. Okay.
No, I couldn't.
Okay. Well,
There's
I
nothing
enjoyed
wrong
it.
with the pretty girl who, maybe not the best
Well,
actress. but
I'm just not attracted to
I'm
her.
surprised you're not attacking like her OnlyFans or something, Dan.
I don't know a whole lot about her personally.
She's
She
one
made
of
like
those-
$1 million on
Yeah,
OnlyFans
she's one of
her
those
first day.
bitches
Yeah.
that did that. Yeah.
just by playing video games and
No, just by. I don't even think she's nude.
No,
But you should hate her, Dan.
that's what I'm saying. That's why he's getting mad. He's
Well, she
rating
didn't-
shades
she
against
didn't
me
get-
speak.
I hate more the
Damn,
people that will
Todd,
give you
hating.
money for that sort of stupid shit.
Hmm.
So I hate it on her.
Damn, Todd
He's
hating
good.
on. No, Todd. Damn, Todd. He's hating on the Bella.
Todd hates women. Damn.
Ben
loves
Grimm. I'm with Todd.
See, well, we still have our one disagreement, but
I'm right.
it's a big one.
There's a thing that, like, well, I don't
I'll
want to
tell you this: if I gave my full opinion on her, I'd get called out like Dan. So I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Okay, that's strong. Wow. I guess I just don't pay attention to this bitch.
I just know her as a person that's been in a lot of like indie movies. That's about it. I don't know much about her beyond that. She's not a good actress. She's, eye candy. And I agree there would be better people to have in this role. It didn't affect it too much for me. I mean, I think her limited skills. There isn't too much.
Kind of
she had to
fit
do
the
to
character.
stretch here. Yeah, would I have rathered somebody here? Probably, but yeah, it's a shame it's not the Skinamax era. That's where she would belong. Talent wise.
God damn.
I'm honest.
That's a lot.
And this
That's
is
a
why.
fucking line
This
right
is
there.
why I put what I say in the fucking chat.
I stand by that. She's
I
a
think that's
pretty
safe,
lady. She,
Just check your pH level.
Yeah, I want you to repeat what you said. If this was the Skinamax era, Bella Thorne would be a fucking star.
she would be a star. She would. There's
She
nothing wrong
definitely.
with
Oh
that.
my god! I wish, because then I wouldn't have to look at that stupid Misty Monday. She'd take
If
her
I could,
spot.
go fuck yourself. If I were able to make money on OnlyFans, sitting on my chair and drinking water, like fuck yeah, I do it too. I think it's more.
Dan,
people
if you
that
were
pay
pretty
for-
enough, you could.
Ryan Trash. I don't know who she is.
There you go.
You've seen her, yeah. Like she's never memorable.
Oh yeah,
Just
she
pretty.
Indie Phantom. Oh yeah, she took advantage of the OnlyFans.
I'll take. I don't know about.
I don't know about taking
advantage.
advantage. Yeah, opportunities there.
If-
Wait,
if-
you're indie. Are you just exposing yourself? Did you give her some money?
No, dude. I'm anti
Man,
OnlyFans all the way.
man.
Indie, not you.
Stop! No one's talking to you.
Oh, I
And
thought
also
you
back up.
were- I'm used to being attacked. I was just defending. No,
Dan
that's
just hears
cool.
OnlyFans and he goes into a rant.
Only dance.
It's a scam.
Well, I'm mad
No,
because
it's not a
this is
scam.
the,
This
this
is a
the
bitch's
chick-
job.
Yeah.
What makes me mad is this is the chick you should be arguing that about, and you're not.
If she
Right.
can get enough marks to make $1 million, not doing
That's
anything
right.
on OnlyFans,
How the fuck is it a scam?
Right? See, he
yeah,
can't make up
all
his
right, maybe
mind.
all right. Scam might be. Sometimes they hint that there is erotic content. I don't fall for it, but a lot of people do, and I'm like, do you really think like
Can
Tony
you
Storm?
fought
That gives
against
them up.
people's OnlyFans like
Tony
every day?
I'll
that
throw
we
it out.
brought it up.
Tony Storm. Did anybody really think that she was going to do anything?
Okay, but see, here's the problem. Where the problem lies, you guys assuming that
we're going to talk about the episode, I promise. But go ahead.
Slash
no,
home video
that's-
likes only dance. We actually have a drawing. that
Yeah.
might be a shirt one day.
You can just watch movies.
I fucking lost it. What was I saying?
About
You
to
were
give Dan
yelling
shit.
about me. or
I
something.
know.
I don't remember, but you were
Dan
yelling.
just being Dan.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just scam might. All right, scam.
Oh,
might
it was
be
the OnlyFans thing. Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
They're working.
nothing. Yeah, there's no promise of nudity except for you just assuming that. You
Yeah.
could tell the difference. If you're going to a porn star's OnlyFans or a fucking Tony Storm OnlyFans, you should know one's going to give you different content than the other.
Even porn stars, I hear, will like kind of rip you off on.
There are
OnlyFans.
some that they
Yeah.
get you to pay, and then they.
Yeah, then it's
Yeah,
If
like
you're a
additional
real
content.
fan, you probably won't mind, contributing. What do they charge? $3, $5?
It's
oh
honestly-
no,
Dan,
no.
you know what, Dan? See, here's where Dan needs to stop talking, because in about 2 minutes
Shut
he's going to ask people to contribute on our Patreon. So you're kind of a hypocrite when you do that.
Do you?
I mean, I can get naked if we need to, Todd. God
we
damn
may
it,
need
all right?
to. Hold on.
You can't do that on Patreon. But if we start an old,
No,
Oh, hold on a second.
You're
Slasher
gonna
home.
see
Slasher.
dicks
Shut the fuck up.
involved.
Slasher home video just said I'd rock the hell out of an Only Dance shirt. To be honest,
Coming
Send me the
soon.
logo.
I will call
again.
Ed as soon as we're done.
I can't picture the OnlyFans logo. Does it have like a Pornhub type?
No, it's
Ben
no,
Grimm
it's-
says, I read that they are required to say in their greeting if they do nudity or not. Usually, if they say lewds, that's not nudity. Okay.
All right.
I'll just tell you this: if you like the movie Headless, or any of like Found and all those movies, Ellie Church's OnlyFans, she shows nudity. Go subscribe to her; she's awesome.
Okay, there you go.
I don't think any of us have broke yet.
Nightmare Christie, also support her.
Yeah, her too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I should get one then. So start supporting
Well,
these
you
people.
know the one we're waiting for you to get.
If we get OnlyFans, you will see our dicks because I'm not going to rip you off.
What?
I'm not promising. I'm not promising, but I'm not going to rip off the Flesh Wound universe.
Right on.
Because if I start an OnlyFans,
Oh my
I got to
God.
show you my dick.
I really
I'm
hope the
going
new
to.
chick I'm
I have-
talking to is not watching the show.
I have a
right now.
question. Is
I'm just
it
saying,
gonna
I'm
be flaccid, or are you gonna buff it up a little, or full on rock?
You will get-
No.
you will get full on rock.
I just want to see the hat on top. His little hat.
There you go.
The little hat. Just
I'm not saying I'm doing it, but
Yeah.
if I did, you would get to see what you would pay for an OnlyFans.
What about your butthole? We showing
okay.
your butthole?
How about a print, Dan?
I go that far.
I just got your 8x10 for you to sign. We could even make it a shirt. I want you
I
to
didn't know
lay
I
out.
had an 8x10. That's awesome.
Well, no. I want you to lay out and pose like the Shawn Michaels pose and use your cowboy hat instead of the title.
I mean, I'll do it with the mask if you do it with the hat, Dan.
Oh shit!
I don't know. That's going to cost you some money.
I'll have
You're
my
gonna
dreads
see it.
covering my junk.
We're high class. So.
Oh yeah, what were we supposed
No,
to
we
be
are
talking
not.
about?
We have not talked about this fucking episode yet at all.
I did enough.
Oh,
Ben
that's the
Grimm.
wrong show.
Oh.
Oh,
I
Indie
shouldn't.
Phantom.
We shouldn't be talking about this with that person in the chat.
I am more comfortable with Flesh Wound Patreon than with Only Dance. Okay.
I'm not going to delete you though. So that's
Too late.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
Todd will.
That wasn't me.
Fucking
So-
American Horror Story.
American Horror
you bastard.
Stories, yes.
So moving on from our dicks, American Horror Story.
Wait, did Todd, did you give your opinion on
I did. I don't remember. Fucking
Okay.
belly.
No.
Bella
I was
Thorne? If you're watching, big fan.
And thank you, Dan, for volunteering all our cocks.
All right. There.
Not mine.
You're
Not
welcome.
allowed.
So Drive. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. After all, he probably got more entertainment out of that than it's a very basic kind of thriller serial killer story. I was entertained by it. It's fine. Bella Thorne can't act her way out of a nutsack, but
Mhm.
she works here. She works here. Like, hey, look, I'm not
Hey.
there's
Hold on a
She
second.
works.
Punisher Batman fan. Flesh Wound going full time elite tonight.
I will say this. She was in, maybe I might turn on Bella Thorne. She was in the very last movie ever produced by producer extraordinaire that his name had to be removed from the credits. So, and that was
She's the
Amityville.
lucky one. She got away.
Amityville. What was the last Amityville called? The real one, Dan. The Amityville, the Bella Thorne one.
Oh man.
The Evil Escape? No. Fucking
No. You're going back to 92.
Amityville.
Fuck, I can't remember.
Well, that's
Yeah.
all right. I'm just looking it up now.
Yeah.
It was. Well, you can talk while I'm looking for
She
it.
definitely.
It sat on the shelf for like 3 years. She was in Assassination Nation, which I did really like.
Oh,
Yeah,
Amityville Awakening.
That's the one.
Slash Home Video and Indie Phantom said.
Okay.
And then Jessica said only dance t-shirt is a must. So
there you go.
we got two sold already.
There you go. You got to get a shot of me though. Like you got to get like
she was
hat.
in The Babysitter. Thanks.
Yeah,
Cameron.
she's in both of them.
Yeah.
She works when she's playing herself.
Yeah.
Amityville Awakening. Thanks, Cindy.
Yeah, when she's just playing a dumb cheerleader, she works fine.
Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to like make that seem like such a bad thing.
No.
Yeah.
Right, play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Nasty Habits, I think she was great in. Okay.
Indie Phantom said.
I don't know if I saw
no,
that.
The Habit.
Oh yeah, actually, I don't think I saw that, but
The Burger Place.
yeah. don't cast her in.
I was thinking the Linkin Park song.
Breaking. Yeah. Anyway, what's the next episode? It is.
Yeah. Milkmaids. Oh, you know what? I was going to say something on the last one, and I totally forgot. So fuck it.
Yeah. We
If
went
it
off
comes
the
to
road. Only
botch.
it's coming soon. We need to record a trailer for that, Todd. I want a T-shirt trailer. Oh,
You fucking big egoed motherfucker.
we're gonna do it.
Then make one, Dan.
I might be able to. I will talk.
Did you figure out how to turn a video in black and white? I sent you the instructions.
I looked at it, but it was too
Christ.
short a video to make it work.
Okay.
But thank you.
Milkmaids.
Milkmaids.
American Horror Story. Milkmaids, our most recent episode. And Todd, did we figure out when they drop? Is it Thursday or Wednesday night?
It's Wednesday, so the new episode is up today.
All right,
tonight at midnight. Yeah.
there you go.
They come out every Wednesday night.
Absolutely.
midnight.
So
Gotta watch
Milk.
that in She-Hulk.
Midnight.
I will not
midnight,
be doing the latter. That
midnight
was good.
Pacific time, so that's 3 a.m. Dan time.
There you go.
And for our listeners who don't know, we call Eastern Pacific time Dan time. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Inquire
DT.
if you're curious.
Wasn't She-Hulk one of the canceled ones? Or
No.
No.
okay. Whatever.
She-Hulk
She-Hulk
attorney at
is-
law.
Yeah, then that's Marvel.
I don't know. Same shit. All right. So moving on to American Horror
Matter.
Stories.
Kruger.
Milk. I did it on purpose. I'm just being a heel. American Horror Stories. Milkmaids. In 1757, a prostitute's. I was about to say pus from her boils.
Bugs from her boy.
Actually, I'm going to read the shorter synopsis because I think that gives away too much. An outcast risks everything to save her town from devastation. That gives away nothing. So it takes place in 1757, and it follows a prostitute who has healing capabilities, and it turns the locals against her. And there you go.
I'm just gonna say I would have been dead.
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
Is she healing them with her
Pus?
Well, we don't want to go too far into that yet.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
mean,
of
I know
like-
we said spoilers, so we can't.
we did. I mean, you want to? If
Yes.
you want to, yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
I'm curious. Inquiring minds.
Yes.
want-
Yeah,
Kruger, honestly,
very-
I think visually you would enjoy this one because
This
the
is the
pus
one.
is fucking disgusting. Like it looks gross.
I had to
Yeah,
look away.
you
like,
get the
half
Friday the
time when they did it,
13th
even though-
scene, the part 3
Yeah.
scene where it's like right at the camera.
Dude,
yeah.
And also, it's like she's covered in sores, like from the neck down. But it's it's like
Yeah,
a
dude.
Jennifer scenario where like I probably still would.
Yeah.
She's shot.
Yeah, I think
you ever
just turn the lights off and man, your chest is sure.
Have you ever seen like Contracted or Bite?
Yeah.
Those two always gross me out with that type of shit.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
then this one you might need to check out because the
Word.
story is cool. It's the she's trying to like what do I do? I just lost my train of thought because I started thinking about the fucking pus. Like honestly, it's fucking it's gross. This actually feels like a Masters of Horror episode to me. I don't know if you guys would agree with that. Yeah, it's in and out. Everyone does their fucking job. You feel disgusted at the time, and you're also enraged. Todd, I know you're gonna hate the religious aspect of this fucking movie
Didn't
because I
bother
was
me.
mad. Really?
Well, no,
Here's-
because you know why? It portrayed religion how it like.
Oh,
actually
gotcha.
is.
Okay, because like
So
the pastor was annoying the fuck out of me. I'm like, just hang this motherfucker.
Yes.
um,
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know because it literally is how I see all religion, so it was perfect.
okay, all right then.
You know,
I do remember what I was going to say though.
Oh, go for it.
The last episode, easily the weakest of the series thus far.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Even
I
if I
hate
was
it.
infatuated with.
Yeah, this season's
Bella.
been a lot stronger, I think, than the first one. Well, we're only 4 in, right? So sorry, I just want to throw that out.
This is doing it for me.
So I love this story.
Hmm.
I had one issue, and it's kind of a big one. They look way too modern. They talk way too modern for 1700s.
Not everybody can be the witch,
That
man.
Yeah, but even like the look, like I think they could have done a better job with that because it was taking me out a little bit. But overall, I did love this story. I think it's gross, nasty. I haven't really seen anything quite like this from American Horror Story, so I did enjoy it. Cody Fern from Apocalypse, I should say, another American Horror Story alumni in this. I thought Julia Schlapfer was great. The cast, again, good, just too modern. The priest, Pastor Walter, I believe was the name. He just looked way too modern for this, and I really wish that wasn't the case because other than that, I did enjoy it, and I think the pus stuff was very effective. They could have gone even further with it, quite frankly, but
If it was a Masters of Horror episode, it probably would have.
I was about to say, like an old school Masters of Horror, I think you would have gotten a lot more. It would have gotten slimy and wet in a not pleasant way. But I did still like this one. It's flawed for that reason, but I had a good time with it, and I thought it was a cool story.
That part didn't bother me. Honestly, I didn't even notice. But like now that you brought it up, I can see.
You
Well,
know,
we get cannibalism too. There's a lot of taboos in this.
and it's funny because that's normally a thing that comes up right away for me, and I didn't really get strong vibes from it, for me at least on this one. But now that you say it, I do see what you mean, but it didn't stop the enjoyment for me. This is a really strong episode. I was worried after the last one. Not that the last one's bad, but it dipped from the first two, and I feel this one's back on par.
All right.
Yeah, I did enjoy it a lot more than Drive.
They fucking cut out a heart and just start chomping. So Kruger, again, you may want to check this one out.
Yeah, I just couldn't get around to it this week. I was too busy doing other shit.
Understandable.
Right.
I'm looking forward to the next episode. I don't know what it's called. Apparently they're hiding the titles now, so you don't get like sneak peeks and shit.
Bloody Mary.
Is that what it
the
is?
next
Well,
one.
because it's
That's
released
what
today.
it's listed, yeah.
All right. I'm excited.
That one drops tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, so far so good. Like not everything's a home run, obviously, but I'm enjoying this season quite a bit. So
No, the names are there.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought they weren't
next-
releasing them.
Well, then someone better
Not
tell
all of
IMDb. We got Bloody Mary, followed by Facelift, Necro, Lake,
Butcher?
right? Lakes. Yeah, we only have up to the 8th episode. I don't know. Are we 8 or 10 this year?
No idea.
yeah, no idea.
No, me neither.
Uh-oh. Brian Trash. Need weed. You poor bastard.
No, it's almost that time.
Yeah.
So
I
do we
salute
have
you.
any movie spoilers we want to hit?
I don't really have any, but if anyone else does,
All right, well, we don't need a deep dive on movie
I-
spoilers.
yeah.
then.
Oh, didn't you
I
want to
think-
say something about what Josiah saw?
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, yeah, so movie spoilers now. You don't want to hear that.
You want to
but,
give the sound warning, Todd, before
yeah, I'm going
everyone
to.
knows?
It's going to be like 2 seconds, though.
So I did
What
a
was-
short one then.
What was up with that motherfucker helping his son jerk off to his mom? That was not right.
Well, that's the one contradictory thing that indicates that there might have been some misconduct. Well, he was definitely abusive, but at the end there, a lot of people didn't seem to get that it wasn't Robert Patrick's baby. Like it was the other guy. I don't know why they missed that, but
Wait, what? No, it's Robert Patrick's baby.
No, it's not.
Explain
Watch it
yourself.
again.
I will.
It's
I
Nick
want to.
Stahl. Nick Stahl's baby.
No, the mom, like, he accused Nick Stahl, but in the reality, when they did the reveal, it was the dad, and that's why they all three of them killed her.
No, watch it again. It's Nick Stahl's baby.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it is, but I'll happily watch it again.
Maybe it's a little more subtle than, but yeah.
Chat, do you guys have any?
Yeah. No one's. Speak up.
I don't know that everybody's watched this, but
where like say explain a little more.
Now where it is a little bit, there is that masturbation scene, which does indicate that there was still some
Sexual
inappropriate abuse going on with him. But if you watch that, Nick Stahl, the sister, there at the end, I don't know how else to say it, but watch it again, and I think that's also a mark of a good movie, because if you didn't catch it, you can go back.
So then why'd the mom kill herself if she thought it was?
Well, they implicated.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, the mom had a pretty damn good reason to kill herself. So yeah, but check it out again. A lot, yeah. So
all right, because I didn't get
that. Tell me I'm full of shit. But
I do that all the time, but I can't wait to see it again. So now I have a good reason to.
Check it out again.
Well, now we have to have a report next week. Who was right?
Yeah, we can have a report next week. But like I said, there is some vague stuff there where, yeah, obviously Robert Patrick was an innocent man.
Now,
there we go.
How could we make this more interesting?
You want to gamble?
Make what?
Yes,
yeah. We need to have a bet.
Well, how can you bet though unless there's a definitive answer?
Well, if there's a
you acted like you fucking had all the answers. Now that there's a bet,
you're calling people stupid for not realizing it, and I'm one of them.
I didn't call you stupid. This was somebody else. I didn't know. I
don't mind if you call me stupid, Dan. You've earned that credibility. You've earned that. You're my buddy.
It's not like we've never done that to you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call you stupid. I'm a nice guy. But anyway,
I am too. I call you all kinds of fucking names.
If we're arguing this much over a movie, that should tell you it's compelling. I think we're
not arguing. We're discussing.
Yeah.
But I still haven't heard who's doing what.
Yeah, no, we need to
spoilers.
Ooh, how about I got it?
No, now we're talking about if you are correct, I will do something, I guess, or if I'm correct, you will do something. I don't know.
Let's play the refrigerator game. That's a challenge now.
I don't know what that is.
You open the fridge, you take a picture. Our viewers will pick 4 items.
Not doing that.
You're already afraid?
I don't like olives, and I know I have some in the refrigerator. You can fuck off with that shit.
You know what? Pull them out before then.
We'll come up with something. Did anybody on the chat see it? Maybe my interpretation is wrong. I'm not.
We should have the chat come up with the bet.
Yeah, write in the comments what type of stupid shit you want us to do.
Oh, I'm not taking blind bets. I'll say that.
We can.
No, we're not. We're taking.
Pick. Yeah.
We're waiting.
But we can play Russian roulette with a Nerf gun. I'm down with that.
Only if we can add effects with. Nah.
It's a Nerf gun. There's an app that actually ate a lot of my time.
Literally, I hear like if you even point something like that at yourself, you can get in trouble for that. It's weird.
A Nerf gun? Indie sorry, missed. What was the question?
If you didn't see what Josiah saw,
I couldn't remember if he did or not.
No, I don't believe so. I thought he said no.
Play Tommy sticks.
I've seen Wedding Crashers, so yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
That's an only. That's an
only dance.
Yeah. Okay. Tommy sticks.
So with that being said, though, Flesh Wound Features. Patreon.com.
Hold on, Dan. For the time being, you want to just do a gentleman's $5 bet. Whoever wins will $5.
I'm fine.
No, that makes it way less interesting.
I know. We want someone else to do anything.
That's temporary until we find a cool one. And
loser has to shoot fight Kruger. How about that? When we're all
no, I don't want to fight either one of you fucks.
All right, well, I do have.
I'm not that intimidating, Kruger. I think you have at least.
That's not what he's worried about, dude.
20% shot at taking me down, Kruger.
How about this?
Oh, wait a minute. I got a mask. I've got my magical lucha mask back there still. So There you
Calm down, Sin Cara.
Where? And I'll squash you when I come back to wrestling.
Real quick, guys. We
gonna
sent
be
out
on
a
the next
message.
show.
God damn it. I was literally talking, Dan.
I know I did it on purpose there, but go ahead.
Well, here we go. Let's do this then. There we go. Now we can't talk.
All right.
Next. Oh, the message has been sent out on Patreon. You guys vote for what you guys want on Farce this Monday. It's tied up right now, so come on. This thing's not going away. It's there. Only
dance all over the place.
Contact Evil Ed if he's not watching right now.
But how do we design the shirt?
It's already drawn. You don't remember I sent you the photo.
I know.
I didn't see any photo.
It was the one. It's almost the same drawing as Pugs is Black, but it just had Only Dance on there.
Oh, okay. I don't remember ever seeing that. So send it again. I'm curious.
Well, I gotta get it because I don't know if I have it anymore.
Yeah, but
I will be a tiebreaker.
who
Right on Indie Phantom.
He'll be a tiebreaker.
It's probably for Farce though, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see a vote from. Oh, wait, is Into? I don't even know. All right, we'll make.
What are
Indy
the just out of curiosity?
Okay, our options for our Farce vote: boat trip,
Ooh, that might.
Euro trip,
Eurotrip's good.
losing it, risky business.
Ooh, I like that one.
And one doesn't seem like the rest. Shag the movie. That was a request.
I
haven't
vote.
seen that movie.
I vote Eurotrip, dude. That movie was the shit.
That one almost won last time. That's why it's back on the list.
Dan on the train. Yeah.
That was definitely an early pair of titties for me. Watching Eurotrip.
I think boat trip will make Ozzy more uncomfortable.
I think that if you want to torture Ozzy,
Scotty doesn't know.
yeah, I think more boat trip. I mean, I think Eurotrip's the best of the two, but
here's my
Trip, if
thing.
you want to hurt him.
Here's my thing, and you can take this information with what you want to with it. I think either way, I'll be able to get Ozzy to do Eurotrip in the future.
I'm getting Eurotrip fucked up with European Vacation. God damn it!
Oh wow.
Another great film. That was like probably my first pair of titties in the theater.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to when I saw your European Vacation. I remember I was watching it with my whole fucking family, and the next thing you know, I see fucking titties, and I look back and they didn't say anything. I was like, 2 thumbs up.
Well, unless the other one came out first, Purple Rain, or this. One of those was my favorite.
Abalonia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know which one Pug's Hopes was.
I don't mind Abalonia. She's all right. But
Okay.
yeah, you're right. The other one is better.
And here's some since you haven't seen the movie. Rusty in European Vacation is the lead of Night of the Creeps, Krueger.
Oh, okay. Still haven't seen it.
I know. We'll try to make that happen this year.
We always talk about 80s sex comedies, and they are hilarious, but there was a good wave. I mean, Eurotrip, Not Another Teen Movie, Road Trip's fucking hilarious.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, here's the thing. I was going to put American Pie Bandcamp on this list to vote, but Ozzy wants to do the first American Pie first, so I didn't put it on.
Okay. Yeah,
So my goal is to get to those. So
I'm kind of curious, like, if all of these issues he has with classics like Private School, if that'll boil over to these or not.
Oh god.
No, I was gonna say I want to get to Revenge of the Nerds and see him explain a certain thing out of it.
When was Van Wilder?
Early
Around the
2000s.
same.
Yeah, it was in that wave.
Early, like 03, something like that.
I remember having a hard on for that movie.
That was fun. We did that on Farce not too long ago. We did just come up with a very special on a special anniversary on Fleshman Farce 1 year ago yesterday, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
The private school episode happened, and Farce hasn't been the same since.
Farce classic.
So,
All right. Well,
So, yeah, I think we're done here. So,
do you have anything else?
Dan, take us home. Make
All
that
right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to check out also this Sunday. We will have our Monsters watch along, which have been really popular. And
Ben Grimm, have you guys done the Medea movies? There are 2 Halloween movies.
I'd rather get my dick chopped in half.
That's probably for farce.
yeah.
When is the private school watch along? Oh.
I'm gonna hurry that up.
Right. Yes, Ozzy's got some shit that he owes. So
I don't know if we're gonna get to everything before. I'll try to get at least one farce.
We do have a Halloween Ozzy episode coming. Well, several, but one in particular that I'm looking forward to. So
I don't even remember what it is. So you have to tell me off there.
stay tuned. All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you back here Sunday. And friend of the show, Jay the Stingray, has another Ernest commentary coming up later tonight. So check that out.
fun.
Which one? Scared Stupid?
Not yet. No.
Oh yeah, it's still. I know we're a little early on our show.
I think Jail's next, I believe. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, you and
Jail-
Ernest fan, Todd? I've never talked to you about Ernest.
Jail comes after. Well, if I'm about to tell you they're out of order,
Easy.
I could be wrong. On
Jail comes after.
Ben Grimm says jail is tonight.
Jail's
Okay,
tonight.
yeah,
All right,
but-
maybe he's not doing order then.
Well, yeah, because that comes after Scared Stupid.
Okay. It's interesting. I haven't revisited these movies in a long time, so it's been fun checking them out. All right, guys.
Did you already do the African
Patreon
one?
and let's go.
Patreon.com/fleshwound.
Oh yeah,
And what's going up there today?
Not our dicks. What was today? Today was /Tober night 1.
Take it out.
I should
Take
probably
it
make
out.
that public right now.
You probably should. Good night.
Good night.
Sweet dreams, motherfuckers.
I'll see you in Disneyland. Make Daddy proud.
Yeah, this is where I should be hitting the end button.
Hashtag dick magic.
End it before I vomit.
I'm trying to. I
Todd,
lost
you're
like the window.
You're botching the spot, Todd.
I totally.
You fucked up.
Before I start saying things you can't take away, and Dan gets all red.
All right, well, let's get the hell out of here. Good night.
Peace.